Good afternoon, Tiger fans. I'm Delaney Barrow, and welcome to a new semester of Eye on the Tigers. Next week, I will have a new co-host, but for now, I'm here to give you the latest on Auburn sports headlines. Last night, both volleyball and soccer walked away with a win. Volleyball will return to the court tonight, and soccer will return to the field on Sunday. But the biggest event of this weekend is football. The football team will be back on the Plains, starting a new era under head coach Brian Harsin as they host the Akron Zips in Jordan-Hare Stadium. So let's get into these headlines. Last night, Auburn soccer notched its 9th straight win, which is the current longest streak in Division I soccer. This team, they beat a very talented UAB Blazers 4-1 with 2 goals each from Sydney Richards and Kylie Bouchard. And both of them just showed a lot of strength. Richards' first goal came right after a UAB goal to tie it up. And I think that just shows that she knew exactly what was needed. She was going to get that goal. She was going to score. This Tiger team has been getting creative with how they win. Coach Hoppe has been talking about how they're not necessarily at the same caliber that they will be at later in the season, but that just shows that they have a lot of potential to grow, and they do have the right mentality, and they're doing whatever they need to win. Mallory Mooney was also an impressive player last night. She notched 2 assists, and on top of that, Maddie Prohaska had a couple very good saves. So this Tiger team, it was the same lineup that they struggled a little bit with last week against Troy, but it just shows their growth from last week to this week and how they're such a talented team. They made a good run last year, and they're going to be looking to do the same this year. So Sunday, they will host Chattanooga at home at the Auburn Soccer Complex. So be sure to tune into that on SEC Network Plus or come watch in person. Admission is free for fans of all ages. Last night, volleyball walked away with its 3rd straight sweep under new coach Brent Crouch. And the last time this happened was in 2009. Tigers are on the up, very talented names: Liz Rich, Val Green, Bella Rosenthal on the defense, Tatum Shipes. But I've been really impressed with Rebecca Rath. She notched her 3rd straight match with double-digit kills, and last night she also got her first double-double as an Auburn Tiger. And Coach Crouch has really tried to turn this program around, and Auburn's size has come at a huge advantage for them. And one storyline I'm really interested to follow this year is the way that the seniors are being rearranged. These seniors are giving their everything to a program that they're not really going to see the rewards in until much further down the road when they're no longer on the team. And I think that says a lot about their character, how much they care for Auburn and its program, and how much they trust Coach Crouch. And so I'm really excited to see how that works. And so far, so good. They haven't started conference play yet, so I don't think there's a huge reason to get too excited. But so far, I've been very impressed with the Tigers' performance on the court, and they'll return again tonight against Southeastern Louisiana. And Southeastern Louisiana will play another game earlier today. And so I think that they'll be a little tired when they face the Tigers. At the same time, they have a very talented freshman setter, but like I mentioned earlier, the Tigers' size is a huge advantage, especially against the Southeastern Louisiana team. So I think that could prove key in a pretty one-sided match, but we'll have to see that tonight when the game comes on at 7:30. Our final headline of the weekend is football. The Auburn Tigers begin the Brian Harsin era in Jordan-Hare this Saturday when they host the Akron Zips. It's a great way for the Tigers to start the season strong, gain some confidence early in non-conference play before facing those tougher opponents later in the season. They do have the 3rd toughest ranked schedule, and I think a lot of people expect them to have a poor turnout this season just because of the new coaching staff and all of the players that are getting readjusted to these new coaching instructions. But I think that this will cause them to play with a chip on their shoulder. Bo Nix will be returning for his 3rd year as Auburn quarterback, and he has more experience, more knowledge on the field, and he'll most likely be looking to beat his father's record for yards in an opening game. On top of that, offensively, Tank Bigsby is a huge player to watch. He was the 2020 Freshman of the Year, named to not only first team SEC preseason, but also second team as an all-around player. And Coach Harsin's been praising his consistency off the field in the locker room with his strength and conditioning training. And I think that says a lot about him and just his determination and his will to get better this year. Also defensively, new defense under Coach Derek Mason. Very exciting to watch. Some big names returning for the Tigers, including Roger McCreary, Jacoby McLean, and Owen Papo. And overall, I think this Tiger team will have no problem taking down the Zips. They're going to mostly be playing against themselves and just working on avoiding those costly and unnecessary errors. And Harsin really emphasized at practice this week just playing perfect and practicing perfect. And I think they're going to try to bring that mindset into this game, treat it almost as a practice, but with definitely results on the line. And I think if the Tigers can just play cleanly and not beat themselves up, it's going to be a really good game, and it's going to set them up for success and give them that confidence they need later in the season when their tough conference schedule starts. That game tomorrow will kick off at 6 p.m. and air on ESPN+. That's all I have for you this week. I'm Delaney Barrow. Be sure to tune in next week to meet our new co-host. And for more news and sports updates, head to our website at eagleeyeauburn.com or over to our Twitter at EETV_sports. Have a great weekend and War Eagle!